Satnam, everybody. I guess you are online already. We're gonna start now our September KARTA time 2019. So thank you for being online. You can hear my voice. I just come out of 40 hours of meditation with the Brahm Kavach. So um, excuse my tone that is a little bit up and down. About 22 people purify all of us. So let's just tune in. Take the time to go inside and be ready to share, to receive, and to give. Satnam. So this is a September ending, a beautiful period, a beautiful month. I wish it was for you the same. So inspiring, so uplifting, so full of ideas and new possibilities. We went through the final circle of the level 1, and I think everybody left Le Martinet extremely inspired. After 1 year, there are 200 hours starting this process of self-transformation and stepping into a conscious and intentional way of living. So it was very, very touching. Then we had this sacred geometry just a week ago. And this is really a place for research and discovering. And this time again, this was ray 7 was activated and connected to our spiral on the land. And we actually practically did some seva to bring tons of white marble stones that we put on the way, so those who will continue to walk the spiral will not hurt the sole of their feet. So this was a very beautiful moment. And we work essentially on the to go to the Merkaba meditation. We've worked on the foundation of the flower of life again. I mean, this is the connection we can do between geometric structure and the spirit that is in ourselves. So I think we discovered that this flower of life all over the world is grave on stones and temples and various places, and that all are circled in a double circle. And then we discovered that there is more to it. The flower of life is contained and come from, like if you would see the life in the 3D from the 5D, 5-dimensional world. And therefore, there is one step more if you want to complete all. So that's what we did, and we had this practical experience to shift from perception of our world from the 3D and to become aware that how much do we want based from the 3-dimensional, that is time and space. So definitely there is no solution. Time and space are endless. We cannot solve our life in the time and space just from time and space. We need to elevate our perspective and reconnect with our true center. So most of us, we identify our center to our personality, to the way we feel, the way we have been educated and so on, and conditioned That's one center of self, and this is what we call the limited self. But you have another place where you can center and shift your center, which is in the same diagram, but center is another frequency, is coming from the five-dimensional world beyond time. So when you find that center in you, beyond time, then you can see through the flower of life with a completely different perspective, and not seeing that limitation, but rather possibilities. So to make a long story short, we spent a whole week on that diagram. As you see, is absolutely wonderful. And the fruit of life is this one, yeah? It's the circle that is outside of the flower of life that gives us a perspective that there is more to it. We can expand our consciousness to see the world here differently. So this is what we were doing for years in yoga, and all of a sudden it took a different turn. We could really sense it and have practical tools to shift and move ourselves from the conditioned perspective into a renew perspective. So this was so exalting, and I guess that all people in that week have been really having a very high experience of meditation from a practice that we are not used to work with visualization, but this is, I think, a very new way to introduce visualization within the breath and within the body posture, because the spirit moves according to angles and shape and numbers. But the numbers, when you have them in beyond 3D, they are in the space. So it's different than concept or archetypes, but they become frequencies and codes, and you can resonate to them. So this is how your consciousness can vibrate and resonate also with structure and sort of choreography. So here we are, very excited about October. Actually, this is just crazy, 3 months, we are in 2020, and this year is gone. Oh my God, it's going so fast. I can't believe it. So here we are. And actually, 29 September is here, Saint-Michel is the name of the city, the village where we live here. And it is our archangel protecting the valley. And it was a companion for me for so many years. It's said to be the one who really helps you to clear every sort of darkness and dark spirit within you. And so this is a good season for that. And this is a season of fruit. So we are right there. This is a time where so many opportunity comes to you, and it is anticipating for the next year, because from the fruit will be the seeds, and from these seeds will be the new life. So 2020 is calling for an amazing total change, really deep. So I think we have been prepared through this year of mastery to understand that we are here to seed, we are here to invest in a new humanity, a new earth, a new planet, and it's all possible and it's all happening. So we had a rain of love this month, and next month as well, it's continuing. So just be open and to receive. But this love is not the one you are used to, the one this projective and feel of attachment and expectation. This is absolutely unconditional love, that universe love you, nature love you, this planet love you, it nourish you, it provide you constantly. Can you just take a bit of that for you? Don't be shy. It's all given. It is all provided, And it's just have the guts to say, yes, I want my share and I want to share that. So if you open up your central channel, if you open up your Kundalini, your Merudanda, this central axis, and not do this only intellectually or visually, but really in frequency, open yourself, open your heart center. That means open yourself to love more than ever. You know, like Nanak says, love so much that you will not have to love ever again. Can you see how far you can love? So that type of love with no limits, and open yourself to that. That will open your eyes to a complete different perspective. And this is gratis. It doesn't take any effort. The only effort is abandon your limitation, abandon your condition, your revenge, your old stories that you carry with you. You don't need this anymore. This time is over. Train is rolling. Train is on his railway. The planet is going. We're all moving up. And what are you waiting? You know, the suffering, the resistance, this is what makes you suffer. Why you resist to that? I mean, it is all opening. So I don't know, I can't say it more loud, but this is a beautiful time for you to crack down, get rid of your armory and all your protection and all that stuff, all the construction you had built around you, the tower, the isolation, the separation, all that stuff. Just get out of that and open up to go toward others. So this is a time for me also where me and we are a very, very strong resonance. So as much as you are asked to really stand, empower yourself, and get out of your little nest and show up, as much as you will impact the world and the group soul you are supposed to live with on this planet, they will recognize you and they will send you back by resonance all the support, all the love. So we are here to welcome each other in a group level, in a group soul. So that doesn't mean a sect, it doesn't mean to be part of a club. That means left, right, up and down. Anybody on this planet could be part of your group soul if you just step up and speak out your truth from your true identity. Make yourself heard, and people will resonate, because anybody needs inspiration like you do. So when we inspire each other, we just uplift each other. So this effect, boomerang effect, that if you send a thought of love, a word of love, full of light, then the resonance will come back to you from your group soul, and people will support you, and the whole universe is willing to support you. So you're not alone. You're only alone if you isolate yourself, cut yourself, and stay in your tower. So this is time to come out now. Like the fruit come out of the tree and fall on the new land, on the new ground. We are the seeds of the earth, the future of this planet. These are the souls that are here today, ready to seed and invest themselves in the new earth. So you need to recalibrate yourself. This is very essential, that you are qualified. You are a qualified human. You have to start the day with that. You know, you don't need to do anything to be qualified. You start from being qualified and accept that you are a divine soul. So this is this ratio we were working on, the sacred geometry, that, you know, you're born 80% animal, and you've been told you need to fight, you need to defend, you need to have diploma and social status and go for make your living and all that stuff. So this is like 80% animal, and your angelic self is gone in a small pocket somewhere, hidden and waiting for the time where you will show up. So now it's time to reverse that and just pretend you are an angel. You are 80% angel. You don't need to fight and defend for your life. You just trust that universe support you, will bring you, if you come out with your skills and talent, whatever have been given to you, show up and take the risk to those who need this to collaborate and co-create with you. So, but you need to be responsible. You need to honor that you have a talent, even if you don't know you have one. And that's the thing is, you always wanted to fit in and to find a place, a little niche to hide. And this time is over, so we can't hide anymore. And you've got to find within yourself, where is your talent? Where is your added value? Because money is not dollars, money is your talent. That's your value. This is what you can share with others and will bring you prosperity and abundance. So find out, and you need to go deep, deep, deep inside. That's why it's a month where I suggest you will really meditate deeply. To go and meditate doesn't mean just close your eyes and breathe, Meditate means be alert, be aware, and especially the balance there is between your mind and between your emotion. These are two frequencies that what we have studied when we investigate about the Merkaba and this amazing geometric set. There are two frequencies in our body, many frequencies, but two that are remarkable. One is electric, the other one is magnetic. Yeah, your mind is electric and is polarized. It has also yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, plus minus, plus minus. This is your mind. Yeah, it's totally electrical. These are the frequency of electron with the speeds that generate an electrical field. But then when you add a judgment on that electricity, then you create a magnet that will attract a massively heavier type of energy. And this is your magnetic field is about I like, I dislike. This famous Facebook and all the social media is about how much people like you and how much you like what you do and so on. So this is all emotional. But there's no problem with being emotional. We always said it in yoga. Yoga is to be aware. So we are aware of our emotion. But now is the ratio between the speed, the frequency between your magnetic field and your electric field. They all go exactly opposite. It's like the masculine and feminine, the Ida Pingala energy. So the mind is going anti-clockwise. Is going anti-clockwise, and the emotion are going clockwise. Emotion is the feminine energy, goes around the clock, and the mind is going anti-clockwise, and it is absolutely electrical. And what we have observed that the balance between the two, the ratio, the proportion is based on the Fibonacci, and the golden mind. So when these two are moving in a ratio that is producing this E number, the golden mind, then you are tuned in. You are tuning yourself. Yeah. So that's why in the Fibonacci, one becoming meaningful is 3421. So when the mind goes 34 and the emotion goes 21, then these two in resonance will hold yourself stable and be able to cross. So when you are overwhelmed with your emotion, what it means is that the attachment to thought who create this emotion, because you always believe beyond that emotion, that you have an attachment, you have a whole pattern behind that make you feel over emotional for something, over attached or overreactive. Then that means this ratio is not balanced. You need to rebalance your geometrics. And this is absolutely essential now if you want to benefit all this rain of love, which is unconditional, cannot be received with a heart that is closed, that is attached. So there are many flowers in life, like every beautiful soul. Like a flower is a potential for fruit, but so many flowers get dried out, so many flowers get blown with the wind, blown with the frost in the spring, and will never produce fruits, So, and this is really unfortunate when you grow through life and then you go in age and then you are not producing a fruit, that you cannot perpetuate yourself with your spirit. So then you will be very frustrated. It's like you cannot complete your cycle. So let's say that it is always time to rebalance yourself. It is always time to work on that relationship between your mind and your emotion and bring them into a relationship where they hold each other rather than they pull you down. So love for the love for the life is one that can help lift you. Be in the flow and observe the flow that comes to you with gratitude. You know, this is a so basic principle, but if you apply that and you express gratitude for what happened through your day, for people who are, for your relationship. So relationship is very important at the moment between you and others. I mean, many others. So not only the close one, but also your group soul. So any relationship today has a priority, and observe how you are in relationship and how you resonate, how you impact, and how you receive the impact of others, because that is a condition for you to create the foundation for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna grow in biggest network of people with much more interactive relationship between each other, and the impact of yours will be essential. So now you feel you can do your thing in your corner, but later on you will have to be public, you will have to be visible and be able to share with others and co-create together. So preparing this ground for the other year, we are opening ourselves to see the beauty in everyone. So this doesn't mean they look good, they are in good shape, they are beautiful outside, but the beauty is to see that their own geometrics, their own structure, they are deeply human, and you start to be touched by the human they are and how they cope to be human, which is not easy for everyone. So when you open up with no fear and just to see that beauty in everyone, then you see the 3D not based on time. All these people, they're getting older, they're crippled, there are wrinkles and all that stuff. This is not the beauty is in the essence from the 5D beyond time. See that person beyond the personality. See all the beauty, the courage, the values they have put in their life. Doesn't matter how much, you know, this is just 1 little gram of value you can perceive will uplift that person when you see it and will inspire you. You understand? So this is a very essential where you focus your spirit. Now it will reflect on you and will boost you and inspire you. I will drag you down. So come in board, join the train. We are on our wheel. We are going. So look at the beauty. Look at not imaginary beauty, not a dream of beauty, but the real beauty in the reality as it is. And when you start seeing this, that means you see it in yourself. Otherwise, you can't see it outside. So self-appreciation, self-love is a conditional to this more horizontal communication of love between us. And if you cannot honor yourself, see the beauty within yourself with whatever shortcoming and twisted things and mind and everything you have done. Past is past, you know. Mistakes are mistakes, it's not a problem. But today, see the beauty of your spirit, and you will see the beauty of the spirit of everyone. So that's, I think, for me, a priority in this month now, to prepare the ground, the network of communication between all of us. And you are approved. Do you understand that? If you approve yourself, you are approved by your Sangat, by your people you connect to, you impact, and you can co-create with. So The world is opening for that multi-dimensionality. We're going to all move up and we're going to all create many new things, many new things, amazing things. So this is coming in the next 5 years. So we need to open up to network, to connect, and not just I like, I don't like, but I appreciate with gratitude for who you are as a human being. That's a very different level. And you appreciate yourself in the relationship between mind and emotion and how you can balance these two so they are in the frequency that resonate to the golden mind. So this is the message. This is really the strong message for this month. Whatever I will do, I am not the one who do the things. What needs to happen will happen, and what can't and should not happen will not happen. And what happened is the best any rate. So this is, if you start relaying to the reality in this way, this flower of life is not a prison. You know, we are not locked in. We are just viewing a world in time and space from another place beyond time. So be yourself beyond time, be yourself timeless, and see the world as it really is. And it's not here to limit you. It's the opposite. There is millions of possibility and opportunity in the 3D. Why you limit yourself to this small world where you locked yourself in? So thank you, all of you who are online today. It's a very beautiful time, and I bless you all from my heart. It's very touching to see you there. So what else today? Okay, I think this is this is the message, I guess. Balance your emotion. This is a long story, and if you go deep, the emotion are the key, because they will reveal you all the stage of your mind, all the way the mind is limited, and how you limit yourself. So you can have a meaningful life is not by creating definition, is by appreciating what is there. So thank you for being there with me. And I want to share with you now a practice we're going to do this month, which is based on pranayama, like usual. And because I think a relationship between angles, tension, geometry of your physical body, and the pulse of the breath. Breath brings us very close to the spirit. So as Patanjali told us, and you know, asanas is good, but pranayama needs to be there. And we underestimate the impact of the pranayama on our other practice. So for this month, it's really reconnect with beyond time and space, with the frequency of yourself in the 5-dimensional and 7 and more. And from that place, be able to contemplate the 3D, your actual life. So first, we want to activate and pulse the energy in our central channel, this Merudanda. So then we will be able to shift the center from this locked in the navel place and bring it up into the heart center. So first posture is you start with arms parallel to the ground and stretch in front of you. And the left side, which is totally passive, relaxed, waiting and standing. And the right will be extremely dynamic, up and down, like this, up and down, up and down. But the breath will be so you pull the navel, you pull your Mula Bandha, and you go like, it's the opposite of Kapalabhati. You inhale super strong through both nostrils, and you drop the exhale slowly. It's like you would be amazed by something. Oh my God. And you go like this for 11 minutes. So the left side is totally passive, totally relaxed, and the right one is totally tense, stretch, and dynamic, a very strong impulse in the inhale, going up, and the exhale, relaxing it down. So this is every time you pull the prana from your area of the perineum, and you pull the prana from Mother Earth down. You go as deep as you can within the earth, and you inhale and suck the energy from your central channel. You know, on the perineum between anus and sex, there is this place that was very activated. We say the 8 first cells that are from other dimension are still there in this body, connected to the physical plane, to the 3D, but they are not from the 3D. And these cells will not die, they will not be renewed. They will go with the pranic body when you leave your physical body. So that is a door, like the Sasra is the opposite door. We have these 2 doors. And from the bottom door, it is the place to receive prana from Mother Earth. So the prana that is given by this planet, you can, by the inhaling, just take it up through the spine and through this. The central channel is about like this. When you take your Saturn finger and make a ring, you will find this central channel, and through that, around the spine, the energy goes through it, down, up. So you're gonna 11 minutes, powerful prana. Close your eyes and focus on this central channel with the energy coming from Earth all the way up, as high as you can. Bring it in. It will first go to the navel, and then to the heart, and then eventually as high as you can. Then the second part, this is opposite breath. We're gonna go with our left hand on our knee. We are sitting in easy pose, the same. And you're gonna bring the right arm with the palm facing left. So the right arm, palm facing left. You stretch your arm up, and you keep the spine straight. So you're not going crooked, you go straight, because we want the spine to be very, very straight. But your arm is against the right here, so it's all the way straight, and you stretch it and keep your spine straight. So you even bend the upper part from the middle of the back a little bit backwards. So you hold on your left hand on your knee, and then you can stretch a little bit up and arch the upper part of your spine. And this one is an amazing breath. You're gonna inhale now from energy from the cosmos through the sasra, and you bring it straight into your heart. Bring it up. So you bring when you have full inhale, you have make a big balloon of your chest, and the chest goes up with the collarbones, and the chin is in, yeah, and you're like this. So you arch a little bit, and really, really big, and you hold it. You lock the Jalandhara a little bit, pull the Udana inside, and the Mulabandha is pulled down, and you hold the breath in. You hold the breath in as long as you can. So start carefully, that you can do like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You hold the breath until it's comfortable, but to the limit. And when you can't hold and then you decide to breathe out, you do the pa. It's like a cannon breath out. You gotta pa, pa. So it's not pa, it's not pu, pa, it's pa, pa. It comes out all the way from your navel, from the chest, from the throat. You free everything in one go out. And then you feel the energy, the sphere energy all around you. And you go again. You inhale slowly, deeply. Bring the chest up, lock the chest, again the chin, pull the Mula Bandha, Udana a little bit inside, Jalandhara inside fully. And then you hold the breath, And then you see all this energy coming down from the heaven on earth, all the way down, and filling up your heart center. When you can't hold the breath anymore, pah! Breathe out in one go, the whole air is out. And then again, you do this for 11 minutes. So this cannon breath is very powerful to destructure all the attachment, all the emotion, everything that hooked on you in the chest, the sadness, everything, it's just gonna go poof out. And you make a big open heart ready to receive the mixed prana. We call it Atma Prana. It's a mix of prana apana that usually we force it in the navel. Now we want that to start moving in the heart center. So we want these two energy, the electric, the mind energy, and the magnetic energy from your emotion to mix and merge and start twirling in your heart center when it's totally open and ready to activate. So the third exercise, so these two, first exercise 11 minutes, second 11 minutes, and then the last one. Last one is a reverse prayer. You're gonna put we have done this lately in the sacred geometry as well, but differently. So we bring the back of our hand together at the level of the heart center. So this is really when the magnetic field and the electrical field are now in relationship, not close and attached, but they have to circulate from one another, and they have to resonate, they have to boost each other instead of neutralized. So we want to expand that energy, and we want this to really accelerate in the heart center. And that's where you're gonna move beyond the sense of time and limitation. You're gonna open the heart, open yourself to receive unconditional love and to share that. So that's the idea. So the first movement of the two circle, this is how the spirit created the whole universe. He went from the center, the bindu, he went to one distance and then explore a first circle. And from this circle, he tried to a new circle. And that's where the whole light came through. So that's what we studied in the sacred geometry in detail. So now shortly to explain you, we call this Vesika pieces. It's a very traditional form of two circles crossing each other and producing the first ray of light. So we're gonna do that from our heart center. So how you do is reverse prayer, and you're ready just to ascend, to move from all perspective you have in the 3D and just open your scope, open your heart to receive and give much more love. That means unconditional flow. So how we do that? To conquer time and space. So this is a very, very slow, long, deep breath. That's what we want. And the long and deep breathing is a real yogic breath. So don't take it, don't underestimate. It's extremely efficient, extremely powerful if you do it consciously. So what we want you is to have this reverse prayer on your heart center, to close your eyes, and then very, very slowly, when you inhale, you're gonna visualize both energy, what we work in the two first exercise combined. Energy from cosmos coming from the top of your head down to your heart, and the energy from the Mother Earth coming down up to the heart. And in the heart chakra, they're gonna create a sort of a vortex. They're gonna activate your heart center very, very much. So you're gonna feel like a big balloon in your heart with this energy buzzing when you inhale slowly, slowly, both energy coming up into your heart center. And they activate each other because they are like male and female, they are polarized to each other as well. So they're gonna start twirling in your heart and you feel your heart full. And so the inhale and exhale is one flow. You don't stop this time. You don't stop when you inhale. You don't stop when you exhale. It is like when you're on a wave on the ocean, going up, going down, going up, going down. It is a one flow of breath, but very, very slow. So if you run out of breath because you're too slow, just calm down and make the length of your inhale a little shorter, because inhale, exhale should be the same. And you progress, and step by step you will make it longer. But try to find what is comfortable to start with and to be in the flow. So inhaling, you bring the energy, prana from cosmos, prana from earth, through the root chakra and through the sahasrara. They come and meet in the heart center. When you exhale, it's the same energy that is now in your heart center gonna move out in the other way around. They're gonna go all the way up and all the way down in two big spheres of energy around you. And you have the sphere of the left side that go clockwise. So you see the energy when you exhale coming down through the first chakra and then making a big sphere like the size of your arms and coming back in your sahasrara. And from the right side is just the other way, counterclockwise. The energy goes down from the first chakra, from the root chakra, and then make a big circle and come into the sahasrara. And these two energy are moving through your spine as a big channel in the central channel. So now we recap, okay? You inhale, the energy comes from top down and down up to the heart center. When you exhale, the energy is spinning out of the heart center and create two big ball of energy, size of your arms. So you're just in the middle of two spheres of energy, full of light, full of golden light, full of energy of your soul. So this is Atma Prana is not Prana Apana, is a mix. It's a mix of, and that's what we say is just full of love and light. So this is opening your heart and visualize you are in this two sphere and you are in the middle. You're just where the two sphere cross. You're exactly there sitting. I hope it's not too complicated. I think two sphere you can go, huh? So central channel, inhale, energy goes from top down and down up to the heart center. Exhale, they twirl in opposite direction. From the left hand goes clockwise, from the right hand anti-clockwise. And these two spheres are twirling around you when you exhale. And inhale again, and fill up the heart center. Exhale, and speed up the two spheres of energy all around you. It will just open your heart like you can't believe it. Okay, so you've got your practice for the next 30, 40 days. I think it's just amazing. We are not used to visualize like this, but I think if you can sense it and just start open that Merudanda, you will see that Kundalini is not so complicated. You don't need to spend years on that. Just see it, sense it, and pulse it, and things will happen. It will bring you in a perspective on life completely different. You will not be reactive like before, and you can start showing up and receive others in a much better way. So I wish you enjoy this practice. It will be transcribed, and you will get it practically, hopefully, with the translation very soon. So thank you for this listening and for your practice. I know you're all practicing the other KARTA time practice, and they are very, very inspiring. So I feel very touched and honored, but it's my joy to share this technique with you. It worked for me, so it should work for you. Okay, so now this is our last part for today. It's answering some questions. Where did I put them? Okay. Love you all. Thank you. So here we are. So we go on a question and answer for this month. Every year, September is a month grateful, Ratamprit, Ed Marks. Hello, see you. So, so I guess September, a month full of changes to me. Maybe it was I was born on that month. No, not only, but this year especially, it was a beautiful configuration of this month. September, October is just an amazing moment. So, Satnam, Claude. So sacred geometry. So I think it's not special because you are born that. You know, it's everybody. September is a very big change with the equinox. We just passed the equinox now, and the energy is really, really interesting. Hello, Françoise. Good evening. So sacred geometry. Sacred geometry. The science behind the Golden Temple. You know. Why is it called Golden Temple? It's not only because they played it with gold, but Golden Temple has golden proportion. And the whole structure, the whole square, you can go there, visit. There are guides that can explain, but not so many who knows about the architecture and how it was built. But definitely I can assure you that the structure is a absolute cubes. It's the Metatron. Cubes is completely there, so you see all the proportions and the cat, and the frequency there is absolutely based on this golden mean. So you can recognize it, and you will see. I mean, one key thing is don't go too much into only numbers or figures, but what is interesting is to go around the prakarma there and do it 11 times, and you will see what happened. And then of course you need to dip every time in the water. So this is a place where you can combine this, renew your 5 elements, and the frequency there is based on the frequency of the heart center. So you can benefit from that. So if you want to know more about the drawings and things, then you need to go yourself in the sacred geometry, because it's a study to be made. So we cannot do this in 2 words. But your altar, you know, remember, if you want to build an altar, you don't have to make it complicated. All you need is maybe a piece of marble, white marble, cold. You know, just you put it horizontal somewhere at a certain level. It can be on the floor as well. And then you can go and put your forehead to that. You need a altar, means there is no alternative. I give my life, my breath to my higher self that is not from time, is beyond time. So you bow to your, we call it Ishtar. Ishtar Devata is your divinity, is your divine self, your self beyond time. So when you have a relationship and you don't want alternative, you don't want to escape, you want to find excuses, but you want to relay to your guidance and to your higher self, then you bow. That's the posture, you call it Yoga Mudra. The most important posture of yoga is bow down, put your forehead on the ground with respect and reverence and gratitude before your own higher self. And when you honor your higher self, it will speak to you. So that's what altar is. So it's not a big complicated structure, you know, one piece of marble, put it in a corner that is kept clean, and then go and meditate in that place. That's all you need. So another question, je pratique Kundalini depuis 7 ans. So this is French. And she did the Tantra Soma in August. And she's still struggling for making decision. She seems like she cannot manage. She's unstable in the work situation. So who is this? Nadine. Sat Shabbat Kor. What to do? So definitely the practice of this month is great, because it's not about what to do, it's about how to choose. So you need to value yourself. You need that part of you that is not bound to time. If you look for a job based on I want to make money, I want to make my living, you're gonna always find limitation in that job. But if you find a passion in your heart that may not make a lot of money immediately, but if you follow that passion, it will take time, but it will unfold and it will create an expansion for your own life. So look at from where you go for finding a job, where you start from creating your living. You're 35, the life has not even started. So it is a time to really decide from where you want to decide. Are you deciding from your true self, from your passion, from your gift? Or are you deciding because you have done a study and then you want to make your living? You know, this is two different life, and time is on you because you're young, and it is time to change this world for you and change your world. So you don't need to conform yourself to what people expected you to do or they wanted you to be, but go very deep in your heart and choose from your passion and trust this is going to work for sure. The world of today is welcoming creative people. You can't follow, you can't just find a place in the corner. You have a unique place to take. This is your place, and this is based on your talent. So discover your talent and share it, and it will work. Another one, Stefan. Oh, he was in a... yes, I also went to Forcalquier. This is an amazing place. I started yoga teaching in Sisteron in the south of France. And this year, so many years after, the team who organized a yoga festival over there, can you believe that? They thought of me and invited me. So I was so touched, and it was so much of emotion and gratitude when I've been in this monastery over there to give a class with, I don't know, there was about 170, 200 people there. I didn't know, I had not a clue of where they come from and what they have practiced before. It was a whole mix of yoga classes. And it was beautiful, absolutely excellent sharing and very beautiful people. So I invite you to come next year in Forcalquier. This is the south of Sisteron, north from Aix-en-Provence, and you can have this beautiful festival there. So, other question? No, no question. Just thanks. Thank you, and many blessings, Anna. Phones. It's interesting. Okay, thank you for posting the practice. I saw your message. You want to put the practice on the Facebook, so thank you very much for that. Time, because they resist very, very long. And when human beings wanted to leave a message to those coming after them, they always used to grave their message in stone. So this is very powerful. It's very, very strong. So of course, stones are receiving the wisdom and the love of human beings who have been on this planet before us. And we can witness that when we come thousands of years later and feel that frequency, that message they give us. So there's a lot of wisdom in the stones, not only the rocks in the mountain who are passively waiting for us to come, but those who have been sculpted and put into temples and wanted to share with us so many deep realization of human beings. So stones are containing a lot of wisdom, absolutely. But don't make your wisdom becoming a stone in your heart. You understand? Because this is no wisdom. This is concept and dogma, and then you're going to create poison and heaviness around your neck or in your heart. So we don't need to carry. Travel light, so we don't need to carry the stone with us. We can just read the stone and exchange and receive the wisdom of the time. Okay, so one more question. I practice meditation. Yeah. So this is from the level 1 people who came from the and they are doing amazing over there in level 1 with Guru Lin. This is and he asked me if I can support him. So anyway, online, all I can do is keep going, keep practicing, and observe your practice. Learn from your own practice. Just don't repeat stupidly and trusting techniques will solve it. There is no techniques that can solve anything. It's only consciousness. So how can I better manage the fear of death? This is Luc Divine. I'm afraid of seeing people suffering before death. You know, this period of time where many old people actually are going through a tough time. So how can I overcome that? I mean, this is a key question about compassion, because we can open up to love, we can, but compassion is another step, is when other human beings are going through a tough time. And how can you not be affected yourself and lose your temper and be too emotional about it and still be a reference, a resource of inspiration for these people? This means you have conquered yourself that fear of death. So again, more you practice to identify yourself from the 5-dimensional world beyond time, your angelic self, more you spend time with your angelic self on this earth, more you will be able to open up and understand this is all a game. This is not a drama. It's just a comedy. But of course, people in that comedy, they die, and this is how it is. But they die to a certain frequency, but they don't really die. So to see this, you can't stay within that flower of life. You have to come out, you have to rise your frequency. So any practice you do, and of course, if you come in our training, we now move into a sort of a perpetual training where it's not really a training, it is learning about yourself through life and about life. So this is what we share, and we are developing and researching always new tools and new technologies so that can help you to become aware. So we're practicing the yoga of awareness, which is dynamic, evolutive, and constantly updated, because human beings are changing, planet is changing, and we practice the same techniques but with new people. So Deva Shakti, love you. So yeah, this is now Saskia Schmitz. She says she was passionate yoga teacher and Ayurveda practitioner. She loves students, loves teaching, and then when she got the first child, everything changed, and she lost the fire, lost the patient, and she's not happy with that. So I think Partap, she's called. What you don't realize is yoga is not just teaching people around. Yoga is be in the permanent flow of life. So the capacity to adapt yourself is the first yoga. So when, as a woman, you deliver a child to life and you give birth, I mean, this is just a whole initiation. And you cannot underestimate that period of life where you have been initiated to give birth to a life, and then to see through that process how the yoga function. And actually, this child is asking you almost everything from you. And this is where you learn real service. Whatever you can provide to this child will come back to you, and is one of the first students you have now. And for the time now, it will take you a lot of your attention and consciousness and wisdom, because you are the first teacher. Don't worry, life is long enough. We have time to have children, to raise children, and to have many, many other students. It will all come together. Don't worry. Just be patient and don't be focused on the outside, because giving birth is very much in the three-dimensional. It is like you bring somebody in time, and that it brings you in that time where you get tired, and like you say, you lose your passion, you lose your me. But that me needed to go. Before, you thought you were a teacher, and me was a teacher, but teacher is a no me. So you were not a teacher at all. You were enjoying impacting people, and that is not the teacher. Teacher is another story. So you actually are in the relationship to this child, and will make you later on a much better teacher. Promise you, just trust, be patient and focus. This is yoga of action, is in the now. In the now, this child asks you to be there for this child, and that is your yoga now. And it teaches you to really find the self beyond the self. So just look at it from the 5D, not from the 3D. Of course, from the 3D is exhausting work to be a mother. It's a terrible limitation in the 3D when you look at it from that. But if you look at it from the 5D and see your life from that dimension, then you will see an amazing blessing there. And you are actually learning the lesson you always resisted to learn. So I bless you, so you may see this from these eyes, from the heart, and with the practice of this month, it will help you. This you can do maybe half an hour. Just close your door, give the child to your partner or to somebody who can care for half an hour, and just nourish yourself. That's all you need. You need a little, half an hour a day. It is enormous, I know, but half an hour a day, you close the door, ask somebody, and you are free to be yourself again and nourish yourself. That's what you need. So I hope you can find that. So I think we are now completed. The time is over. I love you all. It was so exciting and so rejoicing to meet with you again today. I wish this little sharing will inspire you and you keep on growing. Be on the railway. The railway is going. We are on the train is going. Train station is going. We are all on a journey, and we're going to take off for an incredible next year. So we prepare now the ground and be ready. Love you all. Love you all. Bye-bye. Satnam. Until next month. All my love. Satnam. Bye-bye.